How's it going, Internet? This is Jacob with Jacob Reviews Things, and today we're here to do a review of this Sog Instinct Mini. This is a knife I got about, I think, a year ago or so now. It was a holiday gift from my family. Just a nice little knife they got me, because they know I love knives. And yeah, I feel like I've had it long enough to where I can give it a good review. um, First of all, this knife is very, very tiny. It's absolutely small. um, yeah, I think the blade's like less than 2 inches. I think the whole thing's less than 5 inches. It's easily the smallest fixed blade I own. Here's a CRKT minimalist for comparison. If you own one of these, you know they're not very big knives. Actually, I'll be doing a video where I compare these two. So as you can see, they're kind of similar. So if you want to see that video, subscribe. Stay tuned. More to come. But right now, let's talk about the Mini. So like I said, really small. You're not going to get a full-handed grip with this. You're going to get a 3-fingered grip, which is pretty secure. A lot more secure than you would think, considering how tiny it is. But yeah, it's just well designed. Just got these nice finger grooves right here. They're all perfectly spaced out. I've got large to XL hands, I guess, depending on the gloves I'm wearing, and it fits my hand fine. Yeah, I mean, this isn't like the blade that you're gonna pick as your go-to survival knife for running around in the woods or camping or anything like that, but at the same time, it's just big enough to where it can cut stuff, and it can cut most things you're gonna need to cut in your daily life. I mean, you could cut food with this. You could break down boxes. That's mostly what I use it for. I don't know, thread came loose on your shirt, you can cut it off pretty easily. Just whatever you want to do with it. Yeah, it's very light, very easy to carry. The sheath makes that a whole lot better. We'll get into the sheath here in just a second. And you've got yourself kind of a drop point, almost Warncliffe style blade here, which is a good shape. It's got a nice stabby point, good for opening stuff up. It's 5CR15 MOV steel, which is like a budget steel, I guess. It's not a bad steel. It's just a cheap steel that they use for more budget friendly knives. It's easy to sharpen. I've never had a knife made from that steel that I've broken. I've definitely chipped a couple blades with it, but that was because I was just doing stupid stuff I shouldn't have been doing with a knife. Yeah, and for the price point, this knife is about $40 to $50 most places when you include shipping. So for that price point, that's a totally fair steel to use, I think. Yeah, it's very easy to sharpen, which is nice because, I mean, this knife is so small that even if you had like a really high edge retention steel, you're just going to be sharpening it a lot. I mean, like, just look how tiny it is. I think the blade is barely as big as my thumb. So yeah, it's just overall good little handy knife to have on you. Maybe throw it in the toolbox, keep it in the car. I don't know, neck knife type of thing. And like I said, the handle is comfortable. It's full tang throughout, so even though it's a tiny knife, it'll be nice and durable. You've got a little bit of jimping here in that front finger groove, so it helps give you more grip. Your finger's not going to be sliding up as easily. You got some jimping up here. That's nice. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why the hole is there. I'm guessing that's just for looks. Then you've got a little bit of G10 right here around the full tang. Excellent. Looks like it's bolted or riveted on, or riveted, I think. Yeah, looks like it's riveted on there, so it's not coming off. A little more jimping right here on the back. I don't know how much of a difference that makes, but it's smart, good to have on there. If you found a thin enough string, I guess you could put a lanyard hole in there. I don't know why you would on this knife, though. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah. So a couple things, like I said kind of at the beginning, this isn't your go-to survival, do everything, like self-defense knife fighting knife. And um, one of the reasons I say that is just because the handle is very, very thin. You can still get a good grip on it, but it's just easy for the knife to move around in your hand just because of how thin it is. Um, and yeah, I haven't used this for like long periods of time all at once, but I'm guessing it would start to get uncomfortable, at least for me personally, just because of how thin it is. And when I have used it a lot, one thing I've noticed right here, this little, I don't know, teardrop curve thing right here at the back, this does create a hot spot. And when I watched a couple other reviews of this knife, some other people said something similar. Yeah, how do I explain this? So you see right here, this kind of gets in the way of my pinky. And so my pinky can't just sit right there where it wants to be. Yeah, like that's where it wants to be, but then I have this thing poking into me. And so now I can either put it back here, which doesn't necessarily feel great, or I can have it kind of in front of this little thing on the back here, and then it's like pressing up against it. And yeah, either way, I don't find that super comfortable. It does create a hot spot eventually, but like I said, this isn't a knife that is going to be in your hand for more than like a minute or two at a time, at least in my experience. So yeah, just a solid knife. Um, and onto the sheath. The sheath's really good. On a couple websites I saw that this is marketed as a boot knife, and I think that the clip is actually thick enough to where it could fit over most boots pretty well. I carried it just in the pocket. I had this clip just in like my front pocket with my cell phone, no issues at all. Um, it got caught on something and it kind of bent out of shape a little bit here, but it's still, whenever I do carry it, it still stays where it's supposed to be. Um, Stays on my belt just fine. And yeah, this honestly won't be a problem. I've had pocket clips bend before. I'll just unscrew it and bend it back. Not an issue. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I haven't personally done this, but I was reading that um, you can pretty much arrange this clip any way you want. Like you can unscrew it and put it here. You can put it on this side, and then you can have it angled however you want, based around like these holes here. So that's really cool. This is a very carryable knife. Be great for a neck knife. It did come with a chain, so you could wear it around your neck. I don't know what I did with that. But yeah, it does come with one. Yeah, so it's good on the belt, good in the pocket. I never wear neck knives, so I haven't worn it around the neck, so I can't comment on that. Same thing as a boot knife. I never walked around with this in my boot, but I did test it on a couple of my boots, and it fit perfectly. Am I missing anything? Oh yeah, price. Like I mentioned, $40 to $50 most places, depending. My relatives told me they got this for $15 because it was around the holidays. But yeah, I think it's a pretty fair price, honestly. There's definitely other EDC fixed blades out there that I think are around the same price point that might be better, but for what you're getting, I think the Sog Instinct Mini is really good. I think the only other knife that is comparable to it is the CRKT Minimalist. And like I said, if you want to know the difference between the two, I will be making a video shortly comparing them. So yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you all have a good rest of your day and stay safe out there. All right, peace.